1, 2, 3, come on!
Come on, come on.
Good morning, students. This is your PK sir, chemistry sir, welcoming you on the next part of the video, next part of the chapter. The chapter is physical and chemical changes, class 7, and in the previous part we have discussed some definitions like physical change, chemical change, etc. You can see in the I button of the video. Now here we will take some important examples of chemical change which are important, and we will be also performing activity also. So in the examples of chemical change, the first example is rusting of iron. Rusting of iron. Now the important thing is that how rusting of iron happens, or what are the factors which are responsible for the formation of rusting of iron. Okay, so when iron is exposed in the presence of air, and humidity, iron plus air plus humidity, iron plus air plus humidity, then we get rust or rusted iron. Now the color of the initially of the iron and rusted iron is different. Here it is generally gray color, just of this board color, same. Next, rusted iron is brownish red or reddish brown. Brownish red or reddish brown. So this is the important change, an example of chemical change, that is called rusting of iron. Now in definition of rusting chemical change, we discussed that a new substance is formed, and here the new substance is rusted iron. Okay, and all the other things or important things, how does it takes place in detail, you will be studying in class 10th. Okay, so this is the first example of rusting of iron. Now second example is burning of magnesium ribbon. Burning of magnesium ribbon. Burning of magnesium ribbon. Now this example I will be explaining you with the help of activity. Okay, so to start this activity, let me switch off the fans which are not important for us. Okay, now I am showing you the magnesium ribbon. Magnesium ribbon that is easily available in the chemistry lab. This is called magnesium ribbon. And now we want to use this magnesium ribbon, so I am taking one small piece of this magnesium ribbon for our activity. This magnesium ribbon is easily breakable because it is. Now before performing this activity, we need to use sandpaper to remove the surface of this magnesium ribbon, because this is the sandpaper which I am using to remove some impurities which are present on the surface of magnesium ribbon. Okay, after removing these impurities, you see that the surface of magnesium ribbon is shiny. Okay, so once the surface is shiny, then you can see easily. Now I am using a gas lighter to burn it. When I burn it, watch it carefully, it burns with a dazzling light. Okay, now this is watch glass. Whatever remains of this will be here, I will be collecting in this watch glass. Okay, look here. Students, you can see the dazzling bright light of this magnesium ribbon. So in this way this magnesium ribbon is burning, and this is the white ash that is collected over the watch glass. Okay, so this watch glass is containing now white ash. Now that white ash is coming from where? Now magnesium burns in the presence of oxygen. So we can write here air. Air is helpful for burning of magnesium, and in air, if I ask you specifically, then that is the gas oxygen. So when this burns, then one new substance is formed, that is magnesium oxide, and the formula of magnesium oxide is MgO. The symbol of magnesium is Mg, and oxygen, that is O2. Okay, so this is the new substance. Initially we took this substance, and then after we got this substance. Okay, the color of this substance is white color. You can see in the you can see in the watch glass. Okay, so now if we mix this white ash in the distilled water test tube, I have taken this one. This is boiling tube, and here I have this distilled water. I will be using this distilled water to dissolve this. Okay, so I am taking this magnesium oxide. This magnesium oxide I have dissolved in water. Look here again. Next is magnesium oxide plus water. What is the formula of water? H2O. What is the formula of magnesium oxide? MgO. Okay, so when they react, a new substance is formed. You can see in the test tube the color of the solution is milky color, whitish color. Okay, so now I want to check the chemical nature of this solution. I want to check the chemical nature of this solution. To check whether it is acidic or basic, I need litmus paper of two types. Generally we know that litmus paper are available in two colors. That is, one is I am showing you here. This one is red colored, that is called red litmus, and the next one is blue litmus. You can see here, this is blue litmus paper. Now I will be using both the litmus paper for the to find out the chemical nature of this solution. So first I am taking blue litmus paper. Okay, what happens when I take blue litmus paper and I put one drop of this solution. Now this is called dropper. So with the help of this dropper I will be taking little amount of this solution, and I will put this little amount on the, this is the solution in dropper, and I am putting this solution on the blue litmus paper. Do you find any change in the color of blue litmus paper? Of course there is no change in the color of the blue litmus paper. It means this solution is not acidic solution. Means whatever we are getting here, the product of this reaction, that magnesium oxide plus water, whatever product is we are getting, that product is not acidic in nature. Okay, now the next is we have what you call that red litmus paper. In that red litmus paper, what happens? Let us see the changes. This is the red litmus paper, and again I am taking the little amount of this solution, and I am putting this little amount of this solution on the red litmus paper, and you can see easily that the color of the litmus paper has changed. The color of the litmus paper has changed. This color that originally was red litmus paper, now it has become blue colored. So this solution in the reaction is basic in nature. Now what is the formula of this solution? Then that is MgOH whole twice. Okay, that is the formula of the solution, and the name of this compound is magnesium hydroxide. This is the name of the solution which we got. Now here we can write AQ for aqueous, because our solution is in liquid state, aqueous. Okay, so we can easily find out the nature of this compound, this substance, with the help of litmus paper test. Okay, so here this solution, that is of magnesium hydroxide, that is basic in nature, because it turns the color of red litmus into blue. Okay, so this is also an example of chemical change. Okay, so this is the end of the video, students. We will be coming again. We will be taking the next part in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.
Come back, be with me. I just want